What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to share my first book with y'all. This is a 30-minute read, and right now I'm about to read it to you. So if you don't want to buy it, you don't want to get on Kindle, or I understand. Like, if you don't want to get it, I'm about to read it to you. I'm about to start with the back. This book right here is written by me. The cover is everything you see is all designed by me. I absolutely love it. This book right here is my first book. I'm working on so many other books right now. I'm working on an amazing book that I think everybody will love. It's something that I really put my all in. It's nothing like this book, but it's amazing, y'all. But this book right here is called Embracing Life After 25. Living in the present, letting go of the past, and owning the future. Back. Life After 25. Kendrick Woods shares personal stories and reflections, exploring the importance of finding balance in life. This book guides readers to appreciate every moment, learn from the past, and embrace the future. Whether you're navigating your 20s or rediscovering joy at any age, these insights will inspire you to live with your purpose and intention. Author's bio. Kendrick Woods is a writer passionate about helping others see life through a new lens. Drawing from personal experiences, he hopes to guide readers towards greater self-awareness and balance. When not writing, Kendrick enjoys spending time with his wife and daughter. That's the back. And you got my little picture right here. Page 1. Embracing life after 25, living in the present, letting go of the past, and owning your future. I dedicate this book to my wife, Chelsea Woods. You have helped me embrace life, and I feel privileged to share it with you. You've given me cherished memories, reasons to savor the present, and a hopeful future to look forward to. Thank you for being an incredible partner, inspiring me to embrace each moment. We spend so much time chasing the future that we sometimes forget the present is what makes us. Chapter 1, Rushing Through Life's Milestone. As children, we all have the spark that comes with growing up. It starts with the eagerness to hit double digits, turn 10, and feel a little older, a little more significant. Suddenly, you're looking forward to 13, the magical age that makes you a teen. Each year, the excitement builds, and the next milestone is all that matters. For me, 16 was one of the best moments of my life. My dad gifted me my first car, and I felt the freedom and independence that I had long dreamed of. I spent months during this time searching for a job, wanting my own money so I could have even more freedom. By 17, I was working regularly, balancing school and shifts with pride. Every day after school, which ended around noon, I went straight to work and then came home, even working evening shifts during the weekend. I was so focused on my job and a new sense of independence that I missed out on the experience that defined high school for so many others. Football games, basketball games, school dances were distant thoughts for me. I rushed through those years, and my eyes continued to be set on my next milestone. Excited to turn 18, I finally attended my senior prom. I skipped my junior prom, confident that senior year would make up for it, giving me one perfect night to look forward to. The night did not turn out as I imagined. The anticipation and build-up that defined my teenage years led to one of my loneliest memories, attending senior prom alone. The milestone I had rushed towards with such excitement felt hollow, and this was a reminder of the moments I had overlooked and the memories I had traded for the thrill of growing up too fast. Take a moment to reflect. Take some time and write in the notes section at the end of this book about a time in your life when you rushed through a special milestone. Once that moment was over, did you instantly move on to the next? Pause here and reflect. Capture those thoughts. You might discover something about yourself you haven't noticed before. In the rush to become someone, we often forget who we already are. Turning points are reminders to discover ourselves. In a rush to become someone, we often forget who we already are. Turning points are reminders to rediscover ourselves. Chapter 2, The turning point. Reaching 25 feels different from the milestones that came before. It isn't marked by the same rush of anticipation or the excitement of a new privilege. Instead, it comes with a pause in your life, an instant shift when you visualize and acknowledge your life, a moment that urges you to look back more often. For the first time, you realize just how fast the years have flown by. At 25, I reflected on the moments I have raced through. I could see the pattern now. Being 13 and quickly shifting my mind towards 14, I waited each year, rushed to reach the next milestone. I remember turning 16, getting my first car, working hard, and skipping experiences. I continued to look only forward, never focused on the present or thinking of my past. I had many goals and milestones that kept me focused on the future. I remember longing for 18, counting down the days until my senior prom, only to find that the event I had envisioned for so long felt empty. The years leading up to 25 were spent looking forward, reaching for the next step, the next chapter. But at 25, something shifted. The focus changed from what was ahead to what was already behind me. I missed the simplicity of being 17, driving to my after-school job, or being 15 and dreaming about what was to come. The years that once felt slow, full of potential, now seem fleeting. When I was 25, I felt I had nothing else to look forward to. For the first time, I stopped to look back. Before I was 25, my future was the only thing I focused on. And the thrill of experiencing another milestone, the quick shift in perspective redirected my focus, allowing me to cherish the many nostalgic memories I hold. As I sat with these reflections, I realized that life wasn't meant to be a race. From one age to the next, the excitement I had held when I was looking forward to it was now matched by a longing to reclaim the moments I had overlooked. This was a wake-up call. I had to change how I viewed time, or the next 25 years will pass in the same blur as the first. The excitement I had felt when looking forward to it was now matched by a longing to reclaim the moments I had overlooked. This was a wake-up call. I had to change how I viewed time, or the next 25 years could pass in the same blur as the first. The more I reflect, the more I see life through a lens I had never noticed before. Pause and reflect. Do you remember the exact moment you experienced a shift in perspective? Take some time to reflect on that moment. How did it make you feel? Did you notice the small details of your past that you had sped through? Pause again and capture these memories. Take them in, appreciate them, and let them guide your understanding of the present. Chapter 3. Every year, the lesson becomes clear. Life isn't about milestones we reach, but the moments we cherish along the way. Chapter 3. The new perspective. At 26, life starts to feel different. The realization that time is moving faster than ever hits harder. You're no longer just moving from milestone to the next. You're now trying to slow down and take it all in, knowing that moments don't last forever. This shift brings a newfound appreciation for the present. The feeling of wanting to savor where you are now because you can't rewind the clock. When I turned 26, I felt an urgency that was different from the rush to grow older. It wasn't about reaching the next milestone. It was about holding on to the present and trying not to let it slip by. I started to understand that one day I'll look back on being 30 and miss it, just as I already missed 17 or 21. That awareness shifted my focus from what's next to what's now. I began to realize while looking forward is part of growth, constantly living in the future meant missing out on the joy of the present. Also, constantly focusing on the past can interrupt memories that will occur in the present. For the first time, I wanted to look at life not as a series of goals to reach, but as moments to experience fully. I wanted to feel the excitement of each day and embrace the routine, knowing these moments will one day be the memories I cherish the most. Learning to slow down wasn't easy. It meant resisting the urge to keep counting down to the next age, the next job, the next achievement. Instead, I had to teach myself to appreciate the small wins, or to take joy in everyday experiences, and to remind myself that life what's happening right now, not just in the next milestone or the next year. It can be challenging. But once we get to this point in our lives, we must be patient and acknowledge that life is only based on what we are doing now in the present day. Now would be either a great memory in our future or it would negatively affect us later. At 25 and beyond, the goal shifted to finding balance. I realized that while looking back allows us to learn, looking forward keeps us motivated. Living fully in the present is where true contentment lies. It's where memories are made, not rushed through or overlooked. The more I reflect, the more I see life through a lens I had never noticed before. Reflect and rediscover. Name a time in your life when you began to see things from a different perspective. Chapter 2, we focused on the moment your perspective shifted. Now, in chapter 3, let's explore what you discovered through this new perspective. What did you notice or realize? How did it change the way you view your past, present, or future? Here's what I discovered. For me, I realized that life never stops moving. When I'm 30, I'll see 25 as younger. When I'm 60, I'll look back at 40 and think it was young and full of fun. This realization taught me the importance of living in the moment and embracing each stage of life. Every moment truly matters. The art of life is finding the balance between reaching for the stars and embracing each breath of air that sweeps through your lungs. Chapter 4, learning to find balance. As life moves beyond 25 and into late 20s, a new challenge arises. Balancing the urge to look forward and a new appreciation where you have been and where you are. The balance is crucial, but it takes effort and intentionality to achieve. I find myself reflecting on everything leading up to this milestone. For many, 30 sounds old, like a point where youth begins to fade. But now I understand that it's just a number, another opportunity to create new memories that I will one day look back on with nostalgia. When I turn 30, I'll likely see 40 years old, but when I reach 60, I know that the thought of being 40 will bring back young, vibrant memories. This cycle continues throughout life. Each new milestone feels significant, but as time moves on, it becomes a cherishing memory. Each new milestone feels significant, but as time moves on, it becomes a cherished memory. The lesson in this is clear. We must embrace the moments now instead of waiting until they're past and can only be appreciated in hindsight. It's easy to see the past as a better time, full of warmth and simplicity. But living only for memories means we're not fully experiencing the present. Turning 30 has taught me that while the past is precious, the present is where life truly happens. It's important to reflect and savor these moments as they unfold, not just when they're over and done with. As I step into this new decade, I'm committed to living more intentionally, to see today as a time to make memories, worth looking back on and to celebrate the journey as it unfolds. Most of my life revolves around finding balance. I often lean towards one thought, and this leads me to fall instead of remaining level. Pause and reflect. Finding balance is a challenge for many of us. Whatever you do in life, focus on finding your balance. Give yourself grace. Remember your past mistakes. Own your future. But most importantly, live in the now. Name a moment in your life when you realized you were focused more on the past than the present. Or perhaps you were so focused on the future that you neglected the now. Here's what I discovered. For me, the moment I turned 25 was eye-opening. 25 years, I focused on being strictly on my future. Then, from 26 to 29, my attention shifted entirely to my past. Now, as I approach 30, I'm learning the importance of finding my balance. Now it's your turn. Take a moment to reflect on your thoughts. Think of times in your life when you were challenged by your lack of balance. How did it impact your life? And what can you learn from these moments? Write it down or capture it in your mind. Remember, these reflections matter. Chapter 5, Enjoying the Now, Lessons for All Ages. Present is the only moment we truly have. Learning to embrace it is the greatest lesson time can teach. By the time you reach a certain point in life, whether it's 30, 40, or beyond, you start to understand that the true value of time isn't in counting down the years or racing to the next big milestone. It's in finding joy in the present and appreciating life as it unfolds. Each age and stage brings with it unique experiences, lessons, and moments that shaped who you are. One of the greatest lessons I've learned approaching 30 is that the present moment, as simple as it may seem, is where life happens. The laughter with friends, the quiet nights at home, the small victories at work, all these moments make up the stories we'll tell one day. We often don't realize their importance until they're past. The past will always feel like a time full of warmth and nostalgia. And the future will always hold the promise of a new adventures. But the future is determined by our present. By living in the now, fully present, we make memories and future moments worth holding on to. As we move through life, it's easy to fall into the habit of embracing moments only when they're gone, romanticizing them through the lens of hindsight. But we don't have to wait until time has passed to cherish these moments. The real challenge and reward is to reflect on our experiences while we're in them. Whether you're 16 and dreaming of freedom, 25 and realizing how quickly time passes, or 30 and embracing the new beginnings, the lesson is the same. Life is happening now. Don't miss it by dwelling on what's already behind you. Embrace the small moments, the quiet moments, and the milestones alike. Because one day when you're looking back at 30, 40, or even 60, it's the moments you live fully that will mean the most. As we look back on our years, not the days we remember, but the moments we truly live that matter the most. Chapter 6, in conclusion, a life worth living. As I stand on the edge of 30, I see life with more clarity than ever before. The years behind me are filled with the moments of excitement, anticipation, and lessons learned. The years ahead are open, full of possibilities and hope. The most valuable insight I've gained is that life isn't just about milestones. It's about living in a way that makes every day meaningful. Looking back, I appreciate the times I rushed through, driven by the thrill of the next big moment. I also recognize the moments I overlooked, so focused on the future that I missed the beauty of the present. Now, I understand that every age, every chapter, and every step holds its significance. We owe it to ourselves to be present and to find joy in the moment and to create memories that we can look back on with no regrets. Even the small moments matter. It's not only about the big picture or where you'll be in 10 years from now. It's about the little choices you make today. In 3 months, you may look back and wish you have done things differently. That's why it's so important to follow your dreams now. No matter your age, you are younger today than you will be 6 months from now. So why not be the person that your future self will be proud of? I remember as I enter this new decade of my life, my goal is to live each day with intention. I want to wake up knowing that the present is just as valuable as the dreams I have for tomorrow and the memories of the yesterday. I want to look forward. Yes, but not at the expense of savoring the life unfolding right now. I want to remember the past and enjoy the nostalgic memories while releasing many thoughts of regret. We must learn and accept our past for what it is. We cannot go back. We can live now. Living now provides our future selves with distinctive, real and warm memories that keep our lives cruising along. If there's one message to carrying forward, it's this. Life is happening in this very moment. Whether you're 16, 25, 30, or 60, embrace each year. Celebrate the small wins. Share laughter, take risks, and be grateful for each day you've given. Because one day, These moments will be the stories that define us, the moments that remind us of life well lived. As I step forward, I invite you to do the same. Let's not just look forward or backwards. Let's live fully in a moment. That's what makes a life worth living. Everything we've reflected on comes down to this: ability to embrace today while carrying the wisdom of your past and a hope for your future. Your final reflection. Take a deep breath. Think about everything you've explored in this journey, the milestones you've rushed through, the moments of balance you've sought, the perspectives you've shifted, and the discoveries you've made about yourself. Pause to acknowledge your growth. What have you learned about yourself during this process? Write it down. Even if it's just one sentence, own that growth. Set your intentions. What's one thing you've committed to doing differently starting today? It could be as simple as being more present in conversations, celebrating your small wins, or pausing to enjoy the moments you've used to rush through. Life will continue to move forward, and each stage will bring something new. Honor where you've been, appreciate where you are, and step boldly into where you're going. Here's my intention. For me, my commitment is to live more fully in the present, to stop worrying about what I can't control, and to appreciate the people, places, and experience that makes up for now. To stop worrying about what I can't control and to appreciate the people, places, and experiences that make up my now. I hope you'll join me in making the most of every moment. Take the next step. If this book has inspired you, please share your journey. Write about it, reflect on it, tell someone your next steps. I'd love to hear your story. Follow me on Instagram at Kendrick__Woods with 2 S's. And please, please, please get this on Kindle or get the paperback that will be available December 4th, which is tomorrow for me, but depending on when I post this video, December 4th, this paperback will be available. It's nice and short, y'all. Share your journey. If you can relate to this, I'm not the best reader, by the way, so I'm sorry if y'all, if I struggle, but I hope y'all really, really enjoy this book. It's, you know, when I turned 25, I just had this breaking point, and I just feel like 25 isn't old, y'all. I know that, but 25 is just like that shift in perspective. And for you, it could have been 27 or 28, but there has to be a time in your life where you was like, man, time is flying by and I can't look back no more. Or you're just looking back constantly, and that's what I did, and that's what I had to stop doing, is looking back constantly, just constantly looking back. But I pray that y'all enjoy this book, Embracing Life After 25, living in the present, letting go of your past, and owning your future. Y'all please subscribe to my channel. I hope to share more amazing stories with y'all. I would love to, my goal is to sell this book to I want 1 million people to touch this book, whether it's 1 million views on this video, 250K views on this video, and 250K people buy it on Kindle, and I don't know, another 500K. I just want 1 million people to really read this book, and I hope that it really motivates y'all. Peace.